On today's stream, we will continue exploring Owner's farm and doing some little quests that we might have missed out in the stream so far. We got Anubis in chat. How are you doing, my dude? RoboQuest, tell me all about it. As a new, I like to call it rumor. I don't know, it's fucking sad. I'd like to know all the things about VR because I have no idea what's going on. I've actually noticed that this is such a, like, whole industry with its own community and mods and things that are just happening that you wouldn't know about as a flat screen gamer. To be honest, until like 2 days ago, I didn't even know what a flat screen game there is. So, yeah, this is all new to me. But yeah, it's cool as fuck. It's so good. And I've modded Morrowind to be a VR game now. There is a Open MW VR, I think, is the mod. Obviously, you do need to have a PSC to run it, but oh my god, is it so good! Like, I don't know how a game from so long ago can just take your breath away as much as that game in VR. Like, everyone just seems like they're actually there in 3D right next to you, and like, you know, at the start of the game where you get off the boat and you see like Seyden Yin for the first time, and you have like the what's it called? The big transport monster to the side. The Netch? I think it's the Netch? No, it's not the Netch. Whatever. Like, I literally just stood there for a minute just looking at that thing like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck? It's so good. Movement shooter in VR with roguelike elements. No blood, plenty of carnage. Just up my alley. Morrowind. Smegging off some. Yeah, Morrowind. Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of those kind of shooters for VR. I'll have to get into it. Once I build up my tolerance to the motion sickness, we'll be doing it. Buzzbug, yeah. Probably some kind of a Silk Song kind of thing. Yeah, so where were we? Right. We were hunting down some wolves for one of the farmers here, who apparently, well, we have to kill these 4 wolves for this guy who's tending to the sheep. And we have now explored pretty much the entirety of this area looking for these wolves, and I've not seen any of them. Apparently, there are supposed to be wolves in this camp over this way. But the issue is, we already have been there, like, I've already explored it, so unless these wolves spawn after you speak to the guy... Oh yeah, they are, okay. There's no chance I would have missed them in the last stream. Okay, so yeah, as usual, single them out, and one by one. Or maybe not. Maybe all at once. Yeah, why not? That sounds good. Thankfully, these are young wolves, so they're not too bad. We'd have more of an issue with adults. So that's 3, and there should be another one up there. Yeah, last stream. In the last stream, we actually managed to convince all the mercenaries, well, not all of them, but enough mercenaries for them to let us join their guild, their faction. I'm not going to because my build will be a mage. I just like to complete all the quests that I can in Act 1 before joining any faction. Okay, so we have those 4 wolves killed now. Let's go back to... I'm not sure what his name is, but tell him... Is it Hobo? Let's have a look. What's his name? Pepe, of course,
hey,
yeah.
You.
Hobo. I've done the wolves.
I've done in the wolves.
You did it! Thank Innos. But now I still don't know how to tell Onar that all those sheep are gone. It's all that damn Bulko's fault.
Last I saw you were picking up a fight with 3 chaps. To be fair, that's the entire stream, like the entire last stream. Just beating up peasants and farmers. That's what you do. Yeah, it's funny how in those games in Gothic 1, you go after the weakest NPCs to like grind some XP, for example. So you beat up like all the miners that have nothing to their name, just maybe have like a heavy branch as a weapon. Then you get like 30 XP per miner, and then in this game, obviously, you go after like all the farmers and whatnot, all the peasantry, for some extra XP. What did you say about Bulko? What's that?
What did you say about Bulko?
He's one of the mercenaries. It was actually his job to guard the pasture. But instead, he and his pal Silvio hang around Thekla in the kitchen all day. It's that bastard's fault if I don't get paid for weeks because of the lost sheep. I wish I could at least punch him in the mouth for it, but nobody stands a chance against him. The guy's a killer.
So this is something I'm not entirely sure about. I'm not sure how to do this quest. I know there is like a funny way to do this. So basically there are two mercenaries sat in the tavern or the cafeteria, whatever you just called it. And to convince one of the mercenaries for them to let us join the faction, we have to beat up those two guys. And that is Bulko and Silvio. Now, they are both very strong. There's no chance that we can actually beat them by usual means in a current state. And I think there is, like, a sneaky way to do that in a different way. Bulko should have taken better care of Pepe's sheep. Pepe wants someone to give him what for? Okay. Who... So, do I snitch on Bulko to somebody? Maybe Torloff is the guy?
He didn't get that from me.
No, that's not him. Let's go to Lee. Let's go straight to Lee, to the leader of the mercenaries, and see if he's gonna do anything. XP is XP. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, this is RPGs. I mean, it's a circle of life, isn't it? Is you just pick on the weaker ones, you exploit them for all they're worth, you take the lunch money, and you move on with your life as a happier man. Not you. Let's see with Lee. No, not you either. Okay, I mean, let's go to the landowner, to the actual guy who owns this farm and hires these mercenaries to work for him. We have been told before not to approach him because he doesn't like intruders. But other than Lee, this is the only guy I can think of who has any pull on this farm. So, there he is.
Who let you in here? What are you doing here on my farm?
I'm gonna get shit kicked out of me soon. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's the guy.
Thanks to Bulko, you now have a few sheep less.
And what are you talking about? Who is Bulko?
He doesn't even know.
One of the mercenaries.
How would that interest me? If he's been after my sheep, he'll have to answer to Lee. So why are you bugging me with such trivial details?
Okay, let's just fuck off, shall we? Let's just fuck off and go back to Lee. So my initial thought about going to Lee was correct. It's just there was an extra step in the way. Maybe that's like too obvious to go to Lee, and the developers were like, that's a bit too obvious. How about we make them go to Ona first, and then Ona will send them to Lee? It rewards the player for thinking outside the box a little bit more, maybe. There we go.
Onar now has a few sheep less thanks to Bulko.
Oh, leave me alone with that shit. I've had enough trouble as it is.
Great, okay, so he's not going to do anything either. So, who else is there? You? Again? No. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a new dialogue option with one of the NPCs now after having spoken with Ona and Lee. So let's have a look around. Maybe Torloff again.
Things I could tell you.
Hey!
Do you really believe that?
No. I'm just going to go around all the named NPCs in the camp. Well, ideally mercenaries, right? And just see what we can do. I mean, Cord, this guy over here training. Maybe he's going to have something to say about this. No. I mean, the only other guy I can think of really is was it Jarvis, the guy who's actually sat inside the tavern, who doesn't like Bulko?
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword. Nobody will learn anything.
And? Found a new task yet?
Not so far. Let me know.
Okay, never mind.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Yeah, looking for a job nowadays is a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Don't blame him. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to say either. I can't think of anyone else that we could speak to. Let's just exhaust these options. See what he's going to say.
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Okay.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
So what should I do?
Simple. Beat up a few of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
I think I've beaten up a few of them by now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business.
I think I've done that
Small
now.
Hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
Well, maybe that's another thing to do. So Bulko is obviously not Silvio, and Bulko works for Silvio, so he would count as one of the mercenaries you could beat up. And I think in Gothic 1, there was a quest early into the game. As you were trying to join the Yold camp, there is, you have to prove your courage to the Arena Master. And you can kind of beat one of the fighters, the weakest one. The second one is from the opposing camp. And there isn't really much of a chance of you actually being able to to defeat this guy by normal means. So you are actually supposed to get defeated. But that is enough for Scatty, the Arena Master, to realize that you actually have some courage in you. And then he will agree to vote for you to join the camp. And that is enough. So maybe this is one of those cases where you have to just go against Bulko, and even if you lose, you still get a point.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list? Rod looks a little worse for the wear. Fester tried to take me for a ride. That was his mistake.
Good. Keep it up. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulko. Then
Sure.
there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
I think I've done a few of them. Let's have a look. So 3 of Sylvians, Bulko. Fuck it, we might as well speak to Bulko and see what he's got to say. Where is he? I'm going to quick save the game just in case. Even mentioning the sheep might be enough to trigger him. So let's take some precaution, shall we? Let's heal up as well. Actually, I'm going to quick save again. Having
Hey,
healed. So,
the 2 of us should have a chat.
I wouldn't know about what.
The 2 of us should have a chat.
I wouldn't know about what.
do I just attack him?
Put away that weapon.
Don't stop now.
Let him have it.
I'm doing damage, but I know for a fact if he gets a hit, I'm going to be down.
Let him
Stop
have
now.
it. Let him have it.
Finish him.
Let him have it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to do this. Again, we could level up our fighting, strength, etc., etc. to get better damage. But as a mage, I don't want to put too many points into melee, etc. because we will
It
need
has
the
come to
points.
my attention that you have it in for my boys.
And?
And as far as I know, you're one of Lee's protégés. I'm warning you, a few things are going to be different around here soon, and we'll talk about this again then.
Do you have use of poisons? No, not in this game. I don't... No, there are no poisons in Gothic 2. We don't really have anything to boost our defense or damage in that sense. I think using spells is basically a criminal act, so there's no way to do that either. Yeah, I think for now, this is what we are stuck with. To be fair, we don't have to do this quest to actually be able to join the mercenaries. We already have done enough for them to accept us. It's just, it would be nice to complete as many quests as possible. So, what do we have? Yeah, okay. Kick Bulka's butt. I'm not sure about that. The Forbidden Pasture. Farmer Bengar has forbidden Balthazar, the shepherd, take his sheep to the high pastures. So that's another farm. The weed package. We've completed this already. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we've done that. The mercenary cipher has lost a package of swampweed. He suspects Bordeaux of stealing it. We've done that. So we have told him that it was another mercenary that took it.
Hey, you!
And he has gone over to kick his butt already, so... Although, no, there is a continuation to this quest. It's just not on the farm. And the quest doesn't tell you about it either. The Hungry Hunter. Grom the Hunter will teach me what he knows if I give him a bottle of milk, a loaf of bread, and ham. So that's the guy that's near us. He's between us and the troll. So milk, bread, and ham. We only have milk, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got milk. We haven't got any ham or bread. We just ate the bread. So if we go over to, what's her name here? Elena.
Hey, you!
I think she sells some food.
Show me your wares.
What can I offer you?
Ham is 50 gold, and she doesn't have the bread. Okay, so maybe Thekla, who works in the pub. Oh, she's not a trader. Okay. Never mind then. The hungry hunter shall hunger forevermore. Rod's wagering 30 pieces of gold that I can't hold up his sword. I mean, I thought we completed that as well. Anyways, I think that's all the quests done on the farm for now. So what we can do is we could go back to the city and start looking for the Thieves Guild in the city. Hang on, so I can't beat him up, he's too strong. I have beaten up Fester. I have beaten up Raoul.
What do you want this time?
I think it's just one more. Rod, Fester, Raoul. Have I not beaten Fester? I've beaten up Fester. I'm pretty sure. Raoul and Rod, definitely. Yeah. Let's go back to Rod. Where is Rod? I think that's Rod. Yeah, there he is.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges. You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
Yeah, I thought this was, we've done that. Yeah, so that doesn't update for some, whatever reason. I don't know why.
Hey!
What do you want this time?
There was no big deal.
Yeah, I'm confused. As far as I'm aware, we should be able to complete Jarvis's quest. That's not him. I think Fester is down this way practicing, yeah. What's... Ooh, healing herbs. I mean plants. Ooh, shiny. Right. Yeah, so he's got a heavy branch, which means we have looted his weapon, which means that we have fought him before. Yeah. So we should be able to go back to Jarvis and tell him that we've completed it. So yeah, after this, we'll go back to Khorinis, and we'll do a series of different tasks and quests that will lead us on the path to becoming a thief. And yeah, the Thieves Guild is its own faction in this game, but it doesn't actually progress very far into the story. and they get potentially wiped out fairly soon. Anubis says, "Damn, I love games like this. Brilliant atmosphere." Oh yeah, it's impenetrable. The atmosphere in Gothic 1 and 2 is just so perfect. I think part of it is the very small open world that's just bursting with content, the soundtrack, and good writing. It's what it does. I think when you have those three elements in an open world game, that's where you really form memories in that world because of the atmosphere.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list? Rod looks a little worse for the wear. Fester tried to take me for a ride. That was his mistake.
Good. Keep it up. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
I've done Raoul as well. I'm not sure. So, for whatever reason, the dialogue doesn't acknowledge the fact that we have beaten up Raoul. I think we do have a dialogue that will trigger the fight again, so let's try that again.
Hey, you!
What do you want this time?
Actually, no, he's got his weapon still, so we haven't fought him.
He really said that.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too
Yeah, that line. Okay, okay. I remember now. Okay, I remember now. I remember why we haven't done that. Yeah, we've been stuck on this for like 10 minutes last stream.
What do you want this?
Alright, okay.
I've been.
It can't go on like this forever.
Oh my god.
Show him! Ah! Watch out! Let that be a lesson to him.
The camera is so off, so if the enemy is slightly under you, it moves the camera in a way that basically you obscure the enemy with your own body. And it's very difficult to read what the moves are going to be next, so you can't really parry their attacks.
Been there, done that.
And that's
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
not
Yeah, okay, I don't think this is reasonably doable. We'll just leave this. It's fine. We've done enough quests to be able to join them at this point, so yeah, we don't have to do this. In other words, let's run away with a tail between our legs. So there is going to be a bit of backtrack with not much going on in between here and Khorinis, sadly. Is that another tower in distance? That is not Xardus' tower. There's no way we can see it from over here. But it must be. I can't really recall any other towers being around here of this size. It must be that. I mean, yeah, again, I've not really played this game with so much
You listened to the wrong people.
loading distance before. Or as much anyways, to remember like those little details I can actually see. When you can see that far ahead. But yeah, this is impressive. This is amazing. Never got around to playing the Gothic series, but when it's known as brilliant and challenging game by a majority of gamers, that's how legends are made. Yeah, basically. I think that's what it is. I think the challenge... yeah, I spoke about challenge in the Gothic series in the last stream. It's not really the same level of challenge as something like Dark Souls, for example. Where the game itself is challenging as a the premise of the game is challenging fights, where you know you have to learn the attacks, and it's almost like a dance between you and the enemy. Gothic is a very different challenge. It's very much early in the game, where you can't really fight very well, so every enemy on the map is a big threat because you just don't really know how to deal with them properly as the character. But as you level up, it all kind of, you know, it all becomes easier and easier because you can now overcome these enemies with stronger weapons and better skills. So in that sense, it's not a challenging game after like 10 hours. But I think essentially what challenge in video games, no matter what kind of a challenge it is, it does create a fan base because it's more of an elite product, I think, in a way. I don't want to say that, like, I don't want to sound like I'm gatekeeping, or like it is a gatekeeping kind of a thing, but, yeah, I do think it kind of thins out the audience. So the audience that is there, stick together a bit more and they form communities, which then obviously make the franchise bigger in that sense. And you have a cult classic. If that makes any sense. Okay, we're now nearly in the city. We could have gone to the third farm on our way. I mean, to the fourth farm, actually. There are 4 farms in this game. But I think there's going to be another quest related to this farm in a bit. So we'll just wait for that to be a thing before we tackle it. Right, I'm going to have another look around here. Because we do need another plant of the snapperweed. And we haven't found it yet. I thought we would be able to buy it from an NPC around Owner's farm, but that's not a thing at the moment anyways. And the last snapperweed plant that we have found was in this cave. So unless the plants regrow, we might be screwed. And just not be able to complete the quest for the alchemist in Khorinis. And I think I kind of appreciate that about Gothic 2, even 1. Because every faction has a series of quests and tasks you have to complete for the NPCs in that faction for them to agree to have you in the faction. And you don't have to impress everyone. There are some things where you will fail the game potentially. So for example, we cannot beat every single one of Silvio's men. We cannot get all the herbs for Constantino, who's the alchemist. But the game is like, do you know what, that's fine. You fucked up a little bit, but you've still done enough to be admitted to this faction, so you're doing fine. I like the fact that this game actually allows you to fail on some quests and still not block you from progression. I think that really builds... It makes each playthrough a bit more unique, you know, because every playthrough of the game will be potentially different to the last one because of your build, of, you know, the things that you've done. So for example, maybe in the next playthrough... Oh shit, I forgot about that. Maybe in the next playthrough, I will not randomly and accidentally eat my snapperweed and have it for Constantino, you know? So, yes, that was a teleportation stone, and now we are somewhere. Let's make a new save. For example, if FromSoft capitulated to the players who wanted easy modes, they wouldn't be held to the regard that they are, if that makes sense. I agree, but I think FromSoft actually does have an easy mode. It's just not in the classic meaning of that word. So for example, if you look at Elden Ring, I think Elden Ring does have a easy mode. And because if you look at the challenge as you play the game, so the areas like the enemy camps and, you know, as you travel between the bosses, I don't think the enemies in those areas, in those in-between bits, are difficult enough to say that this game is a difficult game. I think they're about like an average challenge. And it's only when you get to the bosses where it gets really difficult, because they have the quick moves and the combos and the variety of attacks and whatnot. And I think there is an easy mode, because if you are struggling, you can always summon NPCs or other players to help you out with the boss, and that makes a lot of the bosses trivial essentially. And then later on in the game, where the game pushes back even more with later bosses, not only do you get NPCs and players to help you out, you also get the Mimic tier, which basically creates a copy of your own build that joins you in for the fight. So that makes a lot of the bosses much easier as well. For example, fight Melania in Elden Ring solo and fight her with an NPC or another player or even the Mimic tier, and suddenly that whole fight is completely different. Still challenging, but very different. So I do think there is an easy mode. In a way, I think Elden Ring is possibly the most accessible game that they've made when you compare it to something like Sekiro, for example. But yeah, I think it's an easy mode. It's just not called an easy mode because they know that if they had easy mode, it would be not the best PR move among their community that they have of the players that they have. And yeah, but then again, I'm saying that the game is not that challenging in between bosses, but I'm saying that as someone who's played all the Dark Souls games and whatnot, and nearly completed Sekiro as well, so I might have a completely different level skill to someone new coming into the series. Elden Ring doesn't count. Okay, so I don't know, go back again, Dark Souls. So I've played Dark Souls recently a little bit, and I've not found it very difficult compared to Elden Ring. I think that's quite easy now, but then again, I've played Dark Souls and Elden Rings and Bloodborne and all them lots, so maybe it's just me. I should probably note that it wasn't the first time I played Dark Souls either as well. So there is that. Okay, I don't actually remember where the fuck I am at the moment. All I know is that we got some digger meats growing around here, so let's get them, because we do need some healing. What do we have? Matt Mulgo. Zara. Okay. A lot of the time in games like these, where you have gravestones with names on them, they will normally be Easter eggs and, you know, like people that back the project or whatever, or the developers being listed like this, but I'm not sure if this is the same case with Gothic 2. There is a door here. Before we go through, let me just heal up a little bit. Those. Right. Quick save. Yeah, I get you.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Yeah, I think I know what this could be now. I have a suspicion, but either way. Yeah, I remember like the first time I played this game as a kid, and, you know, not really... Okay, so we have a building. I think that is the tavern at the crossroads. Yeah, I remember playing this game as a kid for the first time with all the cheats and stuff, and you basically, in the Marvin mode, which enables the console commands, if you press K, it teleports you like 2 meters ahead, and I think that's a developer tool to essentially get you through doors like these that are locked. So yeah, I've just kind of like completed a game like this the first time around without, you know, looking for all the secret and stuff, just access stuff out of... Oh shit. Okay, I know where I am now. Yeah, this is the tavern at the crossroads. We shouldn't go this way because that leads to the bridge that has a bunch of bandits on it. This is the tavern. Yeah, let's go this way, turn left, and basically go back to where we have just teleported ourselves from. Game called Budget Cuts puts you in an office and each cubicle had the devs' names. Oh, game called Budget Cuts puts you in an office and each cubicle had the devs' names. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought you were talking about game as in the shop that's just gone into... yeah, they just shut down, haven't they? Yeah, I think they owe like, what is it, 16 million? Yeah, they're going into admission. That's a sad fucking day because I remember like years ago, back in the days of Xbox 360, like queuing up to the shop to get like Assassin's Creed 2, for example, and day of release. Like, yeah, it's a sad day. I remember Fallout New Vegas as well. Made my stepdad drive me over to the shop to get Fallout New Vegas as soon as it came out. So good. So good. It's an interesting topic with this PlayStation cancelling physical copies, because that topic develops pretty much weekly. I was going to make a video about my thoughts on it, But it seems like every single day, every couple of days, there is a new bit of information that comes out that builds more context around it. And it basically would make the video already dated and irrelevant, considering the new information. So, I don't know. I might do it at some point, but then again, there is the issue of, is it still a relevant topic when you do it, like, say, in a week or two? Do people still want to hear about it, or have they heard it all already? It's a difficult one. Right. So, Thieves Guild. Let's speak with Hakon. Ouch, with the end of the physical copy, I'm not surprised, mate. I still have physical copies I play on PS4, but that's becoming less and less of an import. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? So, my PC has not had a disk drive for the last 10 years. It kind of just happened one day, and no one really noticed, no one really said anything. We just kind of all agreed that we were buying games on Steam, etc. So I feel like that transition was very smooth. And it's weird now because, by all means, people do buy more digital copies on consoles than they buy physical. So the argument is, well, so the whole argument about that is completely wrong, essentially. It has nothing to do with the sales themselves. I mean, yeah, it does, because obviously, blah, blah, people are not buying all the discs, and the discs being printed, and it doesn't make sense to print them because people are not buying them. So, essentially what happened was, they've shut down the factory that was printing discs for PlayStation, right? They've shut it down, and instead, they've now opened a new factory in that place, which makes some kind of a new part that all the data centers for AI are using. So essentially what they've done is they've shut down a business that was generating some income and opened one that is going to make a lot of money very quickly, because obviously AI companies are buying out all the parts for PCs and whatnot to create more data centers. So that's essentially what Sony has done. It has nothing to do with, like, the whole debate on whether, you know, digital or physical are good or not. It's maximizing profit in other means.
And it's gonna get even worse.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Khorinis?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers, where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon, but Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
So you're now trying to be Gabe's masterpiece, also known as Steam. I mean, who isn't, right? I mean, who isn't? I mean, the thing that Gabe has done with Steam and then Valve in general is just like... It's such a weird one, because it's obviously Valve is considered one of the best development companies out there, having done, you know, so many absolute masterpieces like Portal, Half-Life, etc., you know. So, like, on one hand, we are kind of missing this big development company in the market, but at the same time, they've made this thing that has become this empire, this nearly a monopoly for PC video game distribution. So who wouldn't want to be a Steam? Dan, you have a fantastic evening, and I wish you good hunting, Gothic. Been an awesome chat. Take care, all. Have a good evening. You too, my dude. Enjoy your enjoy, what was it? The robo game shooter thing that I forgot about. And I'd love to go and see what it was called, but I forgot. See you in frame next for VR. Later, mate. Yeah, have a good one. Have a good one, my dude.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there. Because of the bandits, for one thing. And also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than 1.5 feet. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
RoboQuest. Thank you for the reminder.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the Smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city. And I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
I think I know where Pablo is. That's the guy who approaches us when we enter the city with the drawing of a face.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akhil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here and follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps. The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
That is pretty much nothing, considering how much investment we'll have to put into actually killing them. So I think at the moment, the best way to clear them out is to use some fire arrows and fireballs on them. To basically deal a bunch of ranged damage. So let's go to Zuris and buy some scrolls.
Show me your wares.
So what do we have here? So we have some fire arrows. They are 25 gold each, which is not too bad. How about fireballs? 50, and they do 75 points of damage. So they are 3 times as strong as fire arrows. So let's get... If I get all of these, that's going to be 500 gold. Okay, so what can I sell to him to take off some of the cost? Definitely this axe. One of these swords I'm not going to need. Bow, 25, so I think we could keep that. I'm going to sell all the bolts. And I think for now, this should be enough. Oh, fuck, I forgot to give the trader his stone tablets. We can do that on the way down later on. Right, what we could do actually is we could go and join Bosper as a hunter and sell all these furs and skins to him for some gold. And that should give us a fair bit of coin actually. So yeah, either way, let's get the Shrink Monster one. Let's get all the Fireball ones. And just for shits and giggles, let's buy Summon Demon. Okay. Do I have enough mana to actually summon him? Yes, I do. Great. Other than that, I think we are good. Okay, so let's go to... yeah, let's commit to Bosper. Actually, nah, we'll keep... nah, not yet. We're doing fine. Instead, let's have a talk with Jorah.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days. And every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I bet the bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
I wouldn't say that money is the best drink ever, but whatever.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh? And why would you do that?
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
Why didn't you call the city guard?
The guards only respond if a thief is caught in the act. And when I noticed my purse was missing, the bastard was already gone.
How much gold was in that purse?
50 gold pieces. That's quite a lot in these crappy times.
That's like one piece of ham.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved. Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
Okay. What
Show
kind of
me your
wares do you have? Weapons. Okay, what do we have in weapons? Arrow protection 10, light, not really anything great to be honest, so we'll just leave it there. Let's speak with Sarah as well.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. And Onar, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm, but I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
Show me your wares.
Damn, cutlass. 145 strength, 145 damage, and that's a two-handed weapon. Wow. That's way, way into the future. Ring of Life, hit point bonus, 20 healths. Okay. Some arrows, and other than that, not much else for us to go on. Heavy two-hander. Oh, that's pretty sick. Okay. Rangaroo. Need to speak with you.
Jorah says you've got his money.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
Okay. You run away, I know where you're gonna run off to, so instead, I'll just... Yeah, get approached by him.
You still owe me a favor. It is time to pay your debt.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me. But she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
Okay.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
So there are a few things that...
go.
Suit yourself.
So there are a few things that we can do in Khorinis, where the moral choice is definitely going to go against what we will do in this playthrough. But because I want to make my entry to the Fuse Guild as easy as possible, I'm going to go for all the bad moral choices from now on, so just keep with it. So I'm not entirely sure which NPCs actually caused the Thieves Guild to welcome you to the ranks. So I'm just gonna go and support every single bad man in Khorinis for now.
Show me your wares.
You're trying to talk while also fixing his webcam, which is great. And it's still not perfect. Okay, we'll have to fix it in a minute. Orders, not that one, not that one. Old letter. Canfer's letter to the merchant Sarah, that's the one. Okay, what is the old letter? In shaky handwriting? I'm not sure. Am I supposed to open it? We also have something to hand into Vatra, who is the water mage. I just remembered. Right, what is this letter? I mean, let me just quick save it. I have failed. In vain, I have tried to keep Anubis on the path of God. Oh, okay, yeah, we've read that one already. We found that in the crypt near Ona's farm. Right, let's go to bed. Because this game is not a looker in the dark. So we'll sleep until morning. Yeah, so we gave the letter to Sarah. What we have to do now is go over to Lord Andre, who is the leader of the local militia. He's one of the paladins that resides in the city at the moment. He took charge of the militia as the paladins have arrived. So what we can do is basically snitch on a bunch of criminals to him and get 100 gold pieces per criminal locked up.
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
Obviously, Sarah is not a criminal. Canfer is, but we will frame her. Let me just fix the camera. Is that a little better? That's a little better. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Sarah is selling weapons to Onar.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace? Do you have proof of that?
She has a letter in her pocket which details the delivery of arms to him.
She won't get away with that. I shall have her arrested.
I mean, he's thick, isn't he? Like, if I was Andre, I would question, how do I know this? Right? That seems that's just suspicious. Anyway, so we've supported Canfer. Let's go after Rangaroo, who ran this way. There's also plenty of loot on the rooftops in the harbour, which we could also go and collect, but for now, I'm not that bothered. None of it is really relevant that much. It's maybe a couple of potions, some honey, and a pot of oil, maybe? Or ink, whatever it was.
Gotcha!
Hey, what do you want from me? Huh?
You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that... And now, you tell me who you are.
I'm nothing but a poor wretch, trying to make ends meet one way or another. Well, what else can I do? I can't find a job in town.
All right, I see. Spare me your whining. I deserve a share of the loot. All right, looks like I have no choice. I'll share half with you. All right, give me half then.
Here's your half, and now let me go.
I should turn you into the militia.
What else do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man.
Why would I want to do that?
In the city, it's always good to know the right people and to stay on their good side. I could put in a good word for you. I can't and won't say more. The rest is up to you.
Okay. Get lost.
Get lost and don't show your face around here again.
Oh, you won't regret this. Thanks, man.
Okay, so you might remember the wheat package from Ona's farm that Cypher is looking for. I think it is stored in this warehouse. Now, I'm not sure if we can actually... So there is a guard. And we should be able to kill him with some fireballs. But I'm not sure if that's going to land me in trouble.
Just you wait.
Right, let's go to melee. He hasn't taken anywhere near as much damage as I was hoping he would take from the fireballs. Okay, let's reload. Maybe just lay in on him with some fireballs and nothing else. But again, that's going to use up a lot of our fireballs. It's like 4 fireballs, I think, on this one guy. That is fire arrow. That's not fireball. Great. This is exactly not what I wanted. Might as well just go for it then. See how it plays out. Might get lucky.
Never pick a fight with me again.
Yes, that was the luckiest thing I've ever done. Right, let's go back to our fireballs. I'm not sure why in the end we used fire arrows, but there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't think anyone's going to mind him dying, so we're good. Storehouse key, the key to the harbor storehouse. Okay. And I think whatever this key opens is the chest where Cypher's weed will be in. So we have 2 rooms. Here's one. Essence of healing. Not bad. I mean, we have used up half of our fireballs nearly, so having something in return is quite nice. And parcel of weed, a heavy sticky package that stinks of swamp weed. So this is, we can deliver that back to Cypher, which will result in him giving us his vote to join the mercenaries. We don't need it, but it's just nice to complete either way. So worker, gavel.
What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Isn't that unlucky?
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Can I help you somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here. And I have to know if the orcs will attack and how far from the city they are. One of the bastards was even seen outside the city. Just bring me all the information you can get. I need to know how much time I have left to finish the boat.
What's going on at the harbor?
The orcs are breathing down our necks and you're asking about the harbor?
I only wanted to...
The biggest problem we have is that there aren't enough ships in the harbor to get us out of here. To be honest, there's only one ship here, and that belongs to the paladins. They certainly won't let us get out of here with that.
We have killed like all the orcs around Khorinis at the moment, I think, so we should be able to tell him that.
What's going...
The orcs are breathing...
Okay, so we've done that one.
Why can't you finish your ship?
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards. But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else, the other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have more important things to do. Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore. I'm beginning to fear that this will delay the construction even more.
Who said that? You're one worker short?
Yes, his name is Monty. He's vanished into thin air.
It's too much.
That lazy pig is probably living the high life on a farm somewhere. I should never have paid him in advance.
That's totally obvious.
When was the last time you saw Monty?
He hasn't bothered to show up for work for at least 2 days.
2 days?
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. That's where the evil starts. Farum the fisherman told me something similar. His buddy William is no longer around. I bet that the orcs are behind all this.
You listen to the wrong people.
Where can I find this Farim?
He's a fisherman. I think that his hut is near the provision store of the Paladins, but I don't know for sure.
It's actually crazy how much content Night of the Raven expansion adds to the base game. Like, it adds so much story and content and NPCs to the base game, as well as adding a whole new area in the expansion that you explore later on into the game. It's actually such an amazing expansion of a game. It's basically like the Blood and Wine equivalent of for Gothic series.
It's not what I heard.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
It's a shame that I pretty much know every nook and cranny about in the city. Well, how about outside the city though?
Show me your maps.
Land map of Khorinis. Okay, we'll have that. Just because. I need to get a print of this map at some point for my
Nobody
wall.
will learn anything from me.
It's such an iconic map.
Nobody ever asks me.
Is it true that some townspeople have simply vanished?
Some
So I've
townspeople.
heard, but I'm not sure whether it's really true. Just look around you. Does this rat hole look like the place where you want to spend your golden years? Small wonder that people are getting themselves out of here.
Yeah, like, I mean, one of the negatives about
Come back again later.
the expansion, though, is the inconsistency of voice acting across, well, between the base game and the expansion. All the lines are completely different. It's like, you can hear it in the voices every now and then. Like, even the hero will have, like, a slightly different accent and attitude in his line when he delivers them.
Oh, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm.
Let's wait and see what
No big deal, not at all. But that old tower came closest to what I call a home. I haven't been up there in ages.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mind, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them. Then at least they'd be out of my tower.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only as good as its harbor. A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets and where everything starts. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city will follow soon.
To be honest, that's not a bad quote.
It's a bad business.
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Khorinis isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade is dead. This harbor's about to go under.
Huh.
So why don't you leave?
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship these days. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
And are they right?
Balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again, I'll feel like a young whippersnapper.
What do you mean by riffraff?
Look at them, the lazy rabble. Most of them don't even know what work is. All they do is drink all day and spend their last pay at the brothel. I tell you, stay away from them.
That's nothing new.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be.
Do you really think?
That's a load of bilge water. I tell you, a sailor can see when a town's going downhill. A sailor feels that in his blood, and I can tell you, forget about this harbor. Its heyday's over.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay. To be honest, that's not a bad quote. I kind of agree with it. Like, the city is always as good as its lower city, really. Because that's where the potential issues will happen. Right, so we are looking for Farim, who is a fisherman that lives around here. Is that him?
You should really have known better.
No, that's Howler. Maybe Farim has a shack down this way. I can't remember his exact placement, but let's have a chat with Howler.
Do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Khorinis to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Khorinis lately. That is true. I'm no better off myself.
Show me your fish.
Okay, just fish for now. He does expand these offerings later on into the game after a certain event. Okay, so I think Farim is over down this way. I think there's a little shack on the beach. And we can see a fishing boat right there as well. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, I can see an NPC in the shack. There he is. Tending to the fish nets with a hammer. Very good.
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that? Can't you simply leave me alone?
Because you stink of
Don't take
fish.
it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
Trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's got to fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
I shall see what I can do. Can you tell me something about the missing people?
My friend William started hanging out with a bunch of shady characters. And where did it get him? One day he simply didn't show up for work. And that's the last we saw of him.
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add. He should have stayed well away from that bunch.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely. His boat is still moored in the harbor.
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
He'll surface again.
I don't think so. He's been gone for too long already. I'm afraid that I'll be dragging his body from the sea at some point.
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Khorinis. I only know the place where they met up with William. I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
Neon Lights, how are you doing, my dude? Congrats on your 1,000 subscribers. Jesus Christ, you've really shot up in like last couple of weeks, haven't you? Very good. Congrats. Yeah, I think Anubis has gone off to do his own stream on a VR game called RoboQuest.
Where exactly is that meeting place?
There's a bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
Have I got a cheap quest 2 yet, Dan? Oh, am I glad that you've asked? I got myself a quest 3, my brother. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, to be honest. I have to say, it kind of blew my mind when I have put it on for the first time. Yeah, it's incredible. I've installed a mod for Morrowind, which turns the game into obviously a VR 3D kind of an adventure, and oh my god, I don't understand how a game that old can still have this like wow effect. But I don't know if you played it, but when you like leave the boat for the first time, like when you just at the start of the game and you see like the first settlement and one of the like fast travel bugs like to your right side, like I just stared at that for like 2 minutes because I was just amazed by how just present and 3D it all feels around you. But yeah, I can't play it for very long still because the motion sickness is a real thing. But yeah, I'm getting used to it and enjoying it so far, I have to say. It's really cool. Holy Boomerang Batman, I know. I'll definitely be doing some streams in VR at some point. I just need to get used to the motion sickness first. So give me like 2 weeks or something, and we'll be on it. Oh, Morrowind. That's one of the Elder Scrolls games. That's the one before Oblivion. By many people, it is the best one in the series, according to many people, and I would kind of agree with that in some ways.
I think I've heard enough.
Spare yourself the effort. I don't believe you'll find him.
Just build a tolerance slowly, don't push it. Yeah, I mean, today I think I spent like 2 hours in it. I think I spent about an hour just watching stuff like YouTube or whatever. Because I got, what is it called? The virtual, the PC VR app for like 18 quid, that one. Virtual desktop, whatever it's called. And yeah, I was just admiring the fact that you can put on your headset and like watch something, and something that looks like your own cinema or a private jet is just amazing. So I spent some time in this, and then I've played some Metro Awakening, and yeah, since then I've been feeling sick pretty much all day. So I need to take it easy. I've been pushing a bit too much. Dude, Fush Rodan mod set for Skyrim VR. When you see that, man, your mind will explode. I'll have to look into it. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing a lot of conversation about Skyrim VR. People saying that without mods, it is not a great experience. So I'm gonna have to look into all the like modding community for the VR game and see what's there, because I've pushed myself through Skyrim without mods, as you very well know, recently, and it is not the one. It is not the one in many ways. So I'll definitely want to have a playthrough of Skyrim in VR with some mods. I think maybe well, because we left off the series having completed the main storyline, and obviously I was going to go back to it and do all the factions and expansions and stuff. So I thought maybe instead of doing that, we just start a new character for the Fighters Guild, then a new character for the Thieves Guild, and a new character for the Brotherhood, etc. And then do a faction with each new character, and then go into the expansions with like one of them or whatever. So like I think we'll just do that with the VR game. But yeah, again, I'll have to build up some tolerance for it first, because I am a weak man currently. Virtual desktop, yeah, it's amazing. That app is incredible. I mean, it's so good. I've actually done a bit of a fuck up because I bought Metro Awakening in, you know, through the MetaQuest shop, without realizing how much better it is to get that on Steam and just, yeah, stream it onto your headset. It looks so much better, but whatever, I'm still enjoying it, so it's fine. But yeah, that app in itself is amazing. It's incredible, and the possibility to actually like view 360 VR videos through that is amazing. It's such a handy app. Like, it basically is, I would say it's a required app for any VR user at this point, I think, from my experience. Don't try without mods. Just search YouTube for VR Dad or Skyrim VR Fushro Da how to install. You'll be in VR Whiterun in 4 hours. In 4 hours. Holy fuck. 4 hours. Well, sounds like it's gonna be a long series.
So, how are the fish biting?
I've seen better times. Too little to live on, too much to die.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a piece of ham, but it's not. Instead, I'm gonna steal your bread and wine. Because I think I need at least, well, I'll just take the bread, whatever. I don't need the wine really. But yeah, the bread, we might need it for another NPC in another location. If you can always buy on Steam over meta, yeah, I've realized that now, because yeah, the standalone meta games are optimized for, I think, one of the older MetaQuest headsets, right? So the resolution on them is not as good as it could be through Steam. Yeah, the games on Steam look streamed through Steam look amazing. So yeah, I've played. I know it's not official, but the Morrowind mod makes that old game look incredible. I think it's Morrowind Open VR, I think that's what it's called, the mod, whatever. And then I've played Phasmophobia as well, because I already own that anyway, so I've played that, and I have to say, like, horror games in VR are a different beast altogether. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, really enjoying it. Looks really good. Right, I think we need to speak to this dude at the end of this. Oh, him, Martin, that's the guy.
Hey, you. You have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Took you like a year, but got you there in the end. Yeah, Polish knows everything about standalone. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to having mod tolerance and actually being able to play all these cool games and stuff. It's a shame that this office doesn't have as much room in it for free movement, but you know, with like moving your camera with your thumbs and stuff, it's doable. Like the stationary thing, it's doable.
What's up here then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here. So keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
All the crates still there?
Don't touch anything or I'll call the watch. Got it?
This is like going up to your IT department at work and asking them if they've got anything to switch off and on again.
Can you sell me any of the paladin stuff?
You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the paladin's things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things going astray?
As long as the provisions master says that everything is right, no.
I see.
Phasmophobia is insane. Normally busting makes me feel good. In that game, creeps me the hell out. I just hide in the van and you can go in. Oh, yeah, the the Scream Princess, yeah. It's definitely a tactic. So I play it a lot with my friend from work, and yeah, you can play, like, it's really cool, because, like, if you have VR, then you can play in VR, and you can play in, you know, without VR, so it's sick. I am definitely going to be staying back in the van more often now in the VR because, oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, it's really creepy in VR. I've played it so much that I've actually built up intolerance to like all the ghost events and all, you know, all the like spooky shit in that game, but in VR it's like having that tolerance reset and then amplified by 10. It's brilliant.
Farum the fisherman has problems with the militia. The boys are constantly stealing from him.
And what do I have to do with it?
You have a certain amount of influence up here with the paladins. Farum needs your protection. He's willing to give you a part of his catch for it.
I see what you mean. Fish. As if I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Tell your pal he should come to me and tell me exactly what's up with the militia. I'll take care of it.
Hoi. I've just misread Anubis's nickname as Danubis, so from now on it's Danubis. If me and Poised open a podcast, that's what it's going to be called, Danubis. Yeah, but Anubis knows everything about standalone. If you need any tips, he's your guy. If Skyrim or PC VR, I can try my best to help. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, I kind of gathered that Poised Anubis is more on the standalone side of things because yeah, he doesn't have a PC or doesn't use a PC very often. Did he say? And you, yeah, I've seen you play obviously Skyrim with some mods before, so yeah, definitely more on the PC VR stuff. But yeah, for now it's kind of making sense. I think with just having the virtual desktop app, it's very straightforward. It's actually incredible how streamlined that makes the whole process. No. Look, listen, right? They should add a mechanic where the players can hold hands in Phasmophobia, and basically what's going to happen is we'll both go in holding hands. That's how we'll do it.
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Right. Oh, Master Sword. Damage 120 with only 60 required in dexterity. That's an incredible weapon. That's an insane weapon. It's gonna be some time before we can actually use it. I'm not gonna randomly boost my dexterity to 60. And the bonus of 10 points of one-handed. Holy fuck, that's so good. Right. Yeah, there isn't much here that I want at the moment. Let's go back to Farum and tell him that Martin is going to trade with him. Or whatever the conclusion was. You can actually use the mobile too. What, in Phasmophobia? To be honest, like, I'm still figuring out a lot of the controls in Phasmophobia on VR because it's, I find it very janky sometimes. Like, opening doors just feels off every time. The belt is still a bit of a mystery to me. Like, there is some new things to it, and I'm still trying to, like, learn how to use stuff in VR, so still quite new to that as well. Again, I can only play, like, one game before I start feeling sick at the moment in Phasmophobia, so, yeah, not a lot there.
I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you think he can make the militia leave me alone?
At least, that's what he said.
Great, thank you. I cannot give you much, but wait. I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Khorinis. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
Hotspot your phone and you can be sitting in the field accessing your desktop. Personally, I recommend that as the best VR app available. You make a video about... Make sure to give me a wink. Hotspot your phone and you can be sitting in a field accessing your desktop. So Sorry, are you talking about sitting in a field in the game or in real life? Also, speaking of phasmophobia as well, I find that there are some issues with, there is some issues with, you know how every time you boot the game it asks you to like take the height measurement. I find that half the time it will misread it and like spawn the belt around my like head, so I'm really like, so it just looks like I'm crouching all the time. But then I'll reset the game and redo it, or you know, like redo it in the options again, and it'll be fine. It's very weird. I think the VR part of that game is not quite there, but it is playable. Right, so there are some NPCs around here as well that I want to speak to. Citizen, I think there is a lady down over like this way. Yeah, she cooks fish soup, so as long as you have fish, she will turn them into fish soups.
What are you cooking there?
Oh, fish soup. It's not all that tasty, but at least it's hot. You can try a plateful if you like.
She sounds so disappointed with her own cooking. It's like, if you want to try it, you can, but it's not very good, is it?
Could you cook me some soup?
I cook for everybody. For you too, if you want. All you need to do is bring me a fish.
Well, she sounds so upset about her food.
Could you cook me some soup?
Nothing could be simpler. Here, have a plate.
My God, she's so done with her life.
Could you cook me some soup?
No, not today.
Oh, so one soup a day keeps the doctor away or whatever. I mean, a virtual desktop, you can be away and access your PC, watch video, access play games as if you were in the room. Was a cool feature sitting on the bus playing Skyrim. Everyone... Oh, so you can actually access your desktop on the phone. Oh, so you mean virtual desktop has a mobile phone version of it, so you can actually use your desktop on the... That's actually insane. That is mad. Because essentially that, like... Yeah, that's crazy.
What can you tell me about the city?
Most citizens in this town are afraid of thieves. Therefore, it's not a good idea to enter strange houses. But if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, you're welcome to sleep in my hut. There's an extra bed that you can have.
Aren't you afraid of thieves?
The only valuable thing that I ever owned has already been taken. Oh, someone stole my statue of Innos.
Right, we need to get her that statue of Innos back because she is such a nice lady. She cooks you food and lets you sleep in a hut. That is one of the kindest NPCs in RPGs ever. It's so nice. Anyways, onwards. Let's find some more NPCs. So I think there is another smith smithing up here. And another alchemist as well, who will give us a quest. Let's go and speak with the alchemist first. Because he's also a trader, so we might actually be able to buy something that we need from him as well.
Hey.
Hopefully.
Ah, you've come just in time. I'm in need of
He's
an
a bit weird,
assistant
like,
for a
but...
magic experiment. I'm sure you're eager to do me a favor for science's sake.
Easy, my friend. First tell me what this is all about.
I have developed a new spell, a spell of oblivion. I've already successfully carried out a few practical applications, but I don't have time to conduct one final test.
Tell me more about the experiment and the spell.
The spell serves to make somebody forget various events. So far, I have only found it to work
when the person in question is angry, for instance. If he has been knocked down or robbed. Even if he has only witnessed such a deed, he will scratch it from his memory.
So I'm supposed to knock somebody down and then put a spell on him?
Okay. Thinking to ourselves, are we, in the
Yes,
game?
I think you get the point. But to make somebody angry, it is enough to attack him. You don't have to knock him down. So you should pick somebody who's by himself. If there are other people around, you'll just get into trouble with Lord Andre. Also, it makes no sense to cast the spell on someone who's busy attacking you. Wait for the right moment.
Okay, your headset needs 5G connection. Make sure it's on 5 GHz band and use your mobile as a hotspot. Connect to the headset and it will work like you are there. Needs a PC to have a weird connection. Ah, got ya. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. To be honest, I have to say, like, I've tried the... I'm pretty happy with the connection that we have in this house when it comes to internet. I've tried it in different rooms and, like, you know, I have my PC plugged into a Wi-Fi booster and all that stuff, like, up here. And obviously the headset is connected to the PC, but I've tried the headset, like, while connected to my PC all around the house, like downstairs and stuff. It seems to be working pretty well, I have to say. So I'm quite impressed with that.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I could teach you how to brew potions. I know the recipes for healing and mana essences, and for potions of great speed.
Potions of speed?
Alright, I'll try out that spell.
Then take this spell scroll and find yourself a suitable guinea pig. Once you're done, come back and tell me how it went.
So there's one very good use for this spell. Okay, so we cannot trade with him just yet until we do the experiment, I think. So let's leave it there for now. Yeah, there's one NPC that we will want to punch in the face and then cast it on them as soon as they are knocked down.
Hey, you!
What led you into this poor area? What are you looking for here?
What are you looking for real? Just looking around a bit.
I'm just looking around a bit.
Ha! Then you better not be caught looking around.
Caught?
It would seem that we have a few
I bet he
thieves
pronounces
in the
coffee
city
as
who would steal
quaffy.
stuff from the rich people. The city guard recently turned the harbor district upside down, but they didn't find anything.
What do you know about the thieves?
Nothing. But all the citizens are scared and have become distrustful, particularly towards strangers. Don't get caught in strange houses.
What?
No one takes kindly to that. Yeah, you gotta protect yourself against thieves. A sturdy cudgel works best.
I'm not sure. I think the sword is a better option than the cudgel, personally.
Can you teach me anything?
I'm forging a few fittings and nails and repairing iron pots. But I don't know enough about forging weapons to be able to instruct you. If you want to learn that, go see Harad. He sure knows how to forge weapons. But if you want to train your muscles a bit, well, I can help you with that.
Okay, so he's a strength trainer.
How much do you charge for the training?
50 gold pieces, and I'll help you to become stronger.
Yeah, never mind. I don't need strength. I'm chronically online. I don't need strength. It's fine. Yeah, we need to speak to two people up here. So, Pablo, one of the city guards, and another guy who sits on... Yeah, Regis.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Why the fuck would you come from the mainland to this little island that has issues with orcs, bandits, and just about anything else?
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
Neon says, well, you have a good one. Just in to say hi. Caught me off guard with the VR news. Chuff for you, man. Gonna hope over to say hi to Anubis and head off to take it easy, man. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, my dude. I appreciate you. And yeah, for anyone else watching, the Neon Light, go check him out. He is a brand new viral creator on the YouTubes, so make sure to check him out. And Post Anubis as well, who was in the chat earlier. Really cool dudes. But yeah, I'll see you around. I'll see you around, my dude.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Okay, let's go and speak with Bosper about this bow, because that is actually a thing that we can find in this game as well. And give it back to him.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well, let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district, but they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
When I get my hands on that bastard... That's what you sound like. Okay. That's all we needed to know from him for now. It is getting dark slowly, so okay, this is what we need. So we need to kind of stick around and wait for Constantino to be heading back home, so we can jump him and beat him up. We can't remember what time he heads back home though. Oh well. Anyways, we do have a delivery for Vatras, and we also need to speak with was it Pablo or Pedro?
Was pleased with
Before I forget. So about the missing people.
About those missing people?
Yes?
I know where the missing people are.
What have you found out?
A man named Raven dragged them off to a remote part of Khorinis.
What makes you so sure?
I read his orders. He's got the local bandits working for him. Here.
Good. You did a great job. I had feared that we might have to resign ourselves to never knowing. Most of those people disappeared down by the harbor.
Okay, I've done that already, right?
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
I think I need to give 3 of them to the trader on the way to the tavern at the crossroads first. But other than that, yeah, we can give them to him later on. Okay, yeah. So I think that's all we can do for the missing people for now. And Pablo, or Pedro, I can't remember his name. I think it's this dude. No. So if he's not here... Hang on a minute, is that furniture clipping through the wall? I think it is, yeah. I have never spotted that before. Right, I think the guy we need to speak to is over here, normally. Yeah, there he is by this tower. Pablo. How are things?
How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet. Only the bandits outside the city are causing us problems.
What do you know about the bandits?
They've all come from that blasted mining colony. But there are several splinter groups. Some are holed up in the mountains, and others have joined up with Ona, the landowner. But it's the bandits outside of town who cause the most problems. They're the reason that none of the merchants venture beyond the city gates now.
What do you know about the bandits who robbed Hakon the merchant?
Oh, that matter. Don't remind me. As far as we know, they're responsible for a lot of the attacks on merchants. Those rats have crawled into their holes and don't dare come out again. Once we were able to track them down and follow them, but we broke off pursuit in the woods outside the city. There's too many beasts roaming around there. It's much too dangerous. But there's one more thing. A few of the stolen goods have shown up in Khorinis.
This means that they know how they can smuggle the wares into town and sell them.
Yeah, we suspect they have a fence in the city, but we haven't been able to catch the guy yet. If you find out anything about the business, remember Lord Andre has posted a bounty for the fence.
Where did the bandits who had my wanted poster come from?
Aha! So it is your mug after all. Why didn't you admit that right away, huh? What are you wanted for?
I don't know, honest.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you something. If I thought you were in cahoots with those bandits, you'd already be cooling your heels in the slammer. Understood? Still, I'd better report this incident to Lord Andre. But to answer your question, we picked them up near the landowner's place. But they didn't look like Onar's people. I think they're part of a smaller group which is holed up in the mountains near Onar's farm. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you. Those cutthroats make short work of everyone.
I'll remember that.
Well, they're dead now.
How's...
Right, we've already asked that. Okay, let's have a look at... bandits in Jack's Lighthouse, that's not the one. Gold of a merchant, what's that? Again, Rangaroo, not that. Brazen Thief, bandit raids. Okay, Hakon, the bandits are probably in cahoots with some dealer in the city. Lord Andre's got a reward for the dealer. Okay. Do we know who that is at the moment? I don't know if we do. Anyway, let's go back to the temple and see if we can beat up Constantino yet. So I think after the service, he goes to the tavern, sits there for some time, drinking, and then he comes out after midnight? Or a bit later than that? I'm not sure. Right, let's have a chat with Karagon.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
What have you got?
Show me your wares.
Apple beer stew, 20 health points. And only 8 gold, that's not bad. So, that heals you as much as a piece of ham, but it's like a fifth the price. Let's get some of that. What have I got to sell? Rough broadsword. Yeah, let's trade that in. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Whoa, yeah. Aquamarine. We have to keep that for later. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a rune later on that we'll be trying to craft, which will require this stone. Gold dish. Let's sell the gold dish. Where did I get this gold dish from? It must have been the crypt. Alright, let's just sell it. Alright, other than that, yeah.
And how's business going?
Ah, don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, some of those swells could really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
Who says things like
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it, but they couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah, they prefer to get plastered on free beer.
I don't believe that.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day, and then suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it. Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Khorinis is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals. Yeah, it's that simple.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end. And then early in the morning, he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
That's what I've always said.
What do I...
Okay, I know that one. Don't need to ask him about that. Right, are they in the bar yet? Okay, so Citizen and Valentino. Okay. All we have to do is just wait for him to go away.
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's disgusting. Oh, is this filthy rabble? Haven't you a job where you ought to be? But I suppose no one would miss a down-at-heel fellow like you, hey? Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you wouldn't have to work either. But you'll never be that rich.
Wow, he's
nice.
nice.
I'm gonna have lots of fun with you.
Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. So, if I quick save now, I don't think it's going to work. If I quick save now and just get him into a combat, will that work?
Looks like I'm gonna have to teach you some manners.
Doesn't matter to me. Thrash me all you want. When I get up tomorrow, I'll be fine again.
What?
But you'll have to run around with that mug of yours for life.
Anyways, yeah, we have to wait for him to stand up. Actually, no, hang on a minute. So, no, it's too early. So basically what happens is, once he's done drinking, he will leave, and when he gets to this place, on your way back home, that's when you jump him. You beat him up, and then you cast the... what's the spell again? Oblivion spell, which wipes his memory. And that way, he will not remember you beating him up, and no witnesses will remember you attacking him either. So, actually, one sec. If I save the game, and just do it now, it should work in theory, right?
Oh my God.
There are only like 3 witnesses, and none of them like him, so they wouldn't really care in the first place. I'm fucking up my combos.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm fucking up my combos quite badly. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot get into the groove of the combos at the moment.
Oh my goodness. What a filthy brute.
Right, 7 Oblivion.
Known better.
I haven't got any fucking mana. Fuck. Ah. Quick. Okay. Okay.
That's all you wait and see.
Nobody should remember what just happened tomorrow. right? If they do, I think you get a fine of 50 gold per witness to your crime. So if they do remember what happened, there's going to be 50, 100, 150 gold to pay. Let's have a chat with him. Okay, so considering that he didn't say anything about just being assaulted, I'm guessing it's fine. I'm guessing the spell worked and we are good to go. So I'm gonna go back to whoever that alchemist guy was and just tell him that the scroll has worked, because we think it did. Also, I'm gonna go to sleep at the fisherwoman's house, because we might as well. We'll get a fish soup from her in the morning, and then we will... What was I gonna do? Completely forgot what the plan was. Oh yeah, learn how to pick locks from Thorben.
I used the spell scroll.
Fine, fine. And were you successful?
Yes, it worked.
Excellent. One small success for science, but a big one for me. Now, I can use my time to instruct you in the arts of alchemy. I could also give you some useful things if you want.
Show me your wares.
Show me your wares.
Right, so what do we have? Potions and scrolls. Speed potion, 200 gold. Fucking hell. Right. Transform into Shadow Beast. No, that's... Now we're talking, right. Wolf, Warg, Lizard, Snapper. Lurker, Dragon Snapper. So this is something that we could do in this game. We could buy a few of these scrolls. So Fire Lizard, Dragon Snapper, and Shadow Beast. And basically transform into those beasts and just wipe out like half the map. And get a lot of XP. That is a genuine strat that people use in this game to just get high level very quickly. So... why not? Dragon Snapper, yeah, let's just go for these for now, and we still have enough gold to do some moves. We are not skint. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think we're doing well. Hang on a minute. I've just realized something. So, what we could have done instead is... literally... if we just beat him up, right? I'm an idiot, because you can just do that straight away. Instead of having to go to Valentino and fight Valentino and then cast a spell on him, you could literally just beat him up and then use the spell on him. So what I'm trying to do now is see if I knock him out, I'm going to have access to all of these things. No, I don't, but I'm going to still loot those scrolls. Cast that on him, and he won't know what happened. So now we have some extra Scrolls of Oblivion, which is handy.
We'll talk about that.
I don't think we will, because you won't remember.
Wait a minute.
No, we're all good. We're all good. Right. I'm gonna use your bed. Since you're a night owl and you don't go to sleep, we'll just use your own bed. Right. Yeah, so as I said, I'm not gonna go to get the fish soup because it's not really worth it. What we will do instead is just go straight to Thorben. How many learning points do I have? 20. Okay, so we're doing quite well on the learning points. Let's go to Thorben and learn how to pick locks.
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing. A poorly made lock is easy to break. And there are plenty of thieves about in Khorinis, especially lately.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
You have paid Gritta's debt with Mateo. You seem to be a decent fellow. I shall teach you what you want to know. However, I cannot do it for free. I still have a mountain of debts, and I need the money.
How much do you charge?
200 gold pieces.
Yeah, come on then.
Fine. Here are 200 gold pieces.
This money will really help me. We can start as soon as you're ready.
Lay it on me. 10 learning points.
Teach me how to pick a lock.
All you need is a lockpick. If you move it carefully left and right in the lock, you can unbolt the mechanism. But if you move it too much or too fast in the wrong direction, it will snap right off. The more adept you become, the fewer lockpicks you are going to need. That's all there is to it, really.
Okay.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
If I have any left.
Let's have a look. So 12, they're 10 gold each, so that's 120. We can definitely sell in some stuff that we are not going to use. I do have a lot of leather bags full of money. Silver rings, I'm not going to use them, am I? Weed masher, not going to use that either. Mandible, I'm going to have to use one of them at some point. So I'm going to sell the excess. Hammers, I won't need to use. Gold ring, I don't think I'll need to use that either. Saws. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. I think it's fine. Right, let's get the lockpicks. So with lockpicks, the more you have, the better, obviously, because you'll always need to use them. They do break quite easily, especially early into the game. They do scale with dexterity, I think, so the more dexterity you have, the easier the locks are, I think. There is kind of a scaling to it. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm sure that there is one.
And the human slew the beast.
But again, we are not going to level up dexterity or strength very much because we are going to go for the mage build. So it's all going to go into mana and circle of magic, etc. Ranga.
Hey, what's up?
As long as the paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
Everything. I just want to note, look at the guy behind the bar, the old man. Look at this Vecna looking fucker.
How are things with the orcs?
No reason to worry. We in the city guard and the paladins have everything under control. Go home and let us do our work. We're watching over the town and its citizens. Oh.
So we do have a quest, which I don't think is noted in the journal. There is Garvel, the shipbuilder in the harbour, Garvel, who asked us to bring him any news regarding the security of the city. So dialogues like these are actually important because we can go back to Garvel and tell him what we have learned, I think, from what I remember.
Would you like another beer?
There's nothing better than a cool ale.
Yeah, so let's watch him drink this ale very slowly.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Would you like an?
I don't think we'll get any more info out of him. Well, let's see.
They've even spotted an orc outside of
town.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see. Wait a minute.
Do you know what?
Hear ye,
Let me get another
Corinth,
beer
martial law is
and see if there's any more to say.
Would you like another beer?
All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the King's guards most severely.
Let's go to Kanfa and ask him about his new stand.
Everybody knows by now. Simply talks too much.
That's not what I
Well done. Sarah is where she belongs. I have taken over her goods, so if you need a weapon, come to me.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
So does he have Sarah's goods? No, he doesn't. I mean, Sarah had some really good weapons that we won't get to use anyways, because we are not going to go for the strength build, but
I've got to go.
Some really impressive gear. Right. Jorah. Let's give him some bad news.
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
That's terrible.
He got away from me.
And what about my gold? Did he get away with it?
I could just give him the 50 gold pieces. Fuck it, yeah.
Here's the 50
I'm
gold
feeling
pieces
nice.
he stole from you.
Inos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
That's what I've always said.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back to my customers.
Yes. Yes. Justice is done. Very good. Right,
Really? How interesting.
what we could do next? We could go... Let's speak with him.
Someone's got to do. Everybody knows.
So, doing all right?
What else do you want?
I can't ever remember what happens next to unlock the next stage of being accepted into the Thieves Guild. Actually, we've not spoken with Bartram yet properly, and I think he has a quest that is related to the Thieves Guild. We won't get it now, I don't think, but he's linked to it.
Have you got a job for me?
No, I already have an errand boy. Try the other merchants.
But that's terrible.
Show me your wares.
Okay.
That's not what I heard.
Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the... Huh. There are two things we could do. Let's go to the harbour again. Let's speak with Gavel, tell him the news about the orcs, and then we'll go to the inn in the harbour and see if we have unlocked any new dialogue in there. Because I think we are on the right track. We could also go and try to kill the bandits in Jack's lighthouse with some of the spells that we have. So either summon demon or transform into Shadow Beast should be enough to kill them. And then some, I think.
I've got some information about the orcs.
Let's hear it.
They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and it looks like they're going to stay there. To be on the safe side, the paladins are guarding the pass.
Good. If you find out more, let me know.
As to that orc outside of town?
Yes?
Don't worry about him. The city guard is going to take care of him.
Good. If you find out more, let me know.
He's already dead. It's quite sad because we have found that orc, and actually no, there's another one we haven't killed on the other side of the town. But yeah, the one in the cave is already dead. Sadly, he killed Micah. But yeah, sometimes it goes that way.
All right, you win. What do you want?
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Sure thing. Why?
That's terrible.
What kind of rumors are floating about?
Around here, we don't like people who ask too many questions, especially not if they're strangers.
Why don't I see any militia?
They don't dare come in here. We take care of things ourselves.
Ourselves.
How's the shipping traffic?
The only ship that's come here recently is the Paladin ship. It's over there behind the rocky ridge to the southwest.
Right, let's go in. Cardiff.
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
All right, agreed.
You struck a good bargain. I'm always at your service.
I need information.
Yeah, looking for work, I guess.
Where can I find work?
You're not likely to find work down here at the harbor. You need to go to the craftsman in the lower part of town for that. But if you wield a decent blade, you could go challenge Ulrich. He fights for gold behind the warehouse.
Oh yeah, I've still not spoken to Ulrich, I just remembered.
What do you know about the missing citizens?
All I know is that some people have vanished during the last few days.
Oh, fuck. We haven't saved in forever. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what the damage is. Fuck. I think like 20 minutes of progress. So that's half 8. So I think this is after we have kicked Valentino in his face. Oh yeah, we're coming back to beat him up so that we can take his loot. Okay, now we know. Okay, let's have one of those. It's not too bad.
You some bitch.
Okay. Take all his stuff. Oblivion. Whack! While he's down, I might as well take some goodies. Yeah, so I think if we just skip the dialogues, we should be back to where we just were in no time. You slept well and feel refreshed. Very good. Right, so we have learned how to pick locks. We have spoken with Jorah. We have spoken with Balthazar, was it, I think? Yeah, let's just catch you up. So I think we've done the Valentino thing. Let's have a chat with him.
I met Valentino.
And?
I gave him a sound beating.
He deserved it. Here, I found this ring on him when our little disagreement had been settled. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who beats him up.
Nice. Right. What is the ring? Weapon protection, free. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Farben, learn how to pick locks. We bought some lockpicks as well, so let's get those. We sold some shit to him that we wouldn't use, like the chalices, the rings, all the hammers, some of these. Scratched silver ball. Because it's got a bespoke name to it, I can't remember if this is a quest item or not. I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Silver chalice, we won't need this, neither that. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. What is this key? A key? Oh, the key to a chest belonging to Valentino. Okay, so we let's hang on to this because we will want to use that eventually once we get to the higher district. So after this, we have gone to speak with... Oh yeah, the city guard drinking beers. Quick save. Yeah, it's like, it's so weird because when you play an old game nowadays that came out before, you know, autosaves and stuff was a thing, it's so easy to forget to save the game often. Alright. So I think we need to give him free beers for all the info come out. Sadly, we cannot skip the cutscene. I mean, the animation, rather. That's 2. I think we've gone to Jorah next to give him their satchel. Yeah. Let's just give him another one just to make sure. Okay. All spent up. Save the game. Right, I think we need to speak to Canther as well. Canther and Jorah. And him as well. Was it Baltram or Balthazar? Baltram. So we won't get a job from him. But either way, let's just exhaust that dialogue so we know exactly, so we are exactly in the same place where we were before the game froze. About Sarah, we've done that.
I've got to go.
And yeah. Do you know what? Because it's a prick, this time around, I'm gonna keep the gold. Nah, fuck it. Whatever. We got some XP. So that's something. How many more do we need to level up? Okay. Over 1,000. That should be easy enough. So, like I said, we might not have a lot of time left, but what we could do is, yeah, just finish the business in the harbour town, get to where we were, and then we'll go to Jack's lighthouse and try to reclaim it with the help of a demon, or maybe by becoming a shadow beast. One of those 2 spells should be enough. Ideally. You can also just jump roofs. Leather satchel. There's a scroll. Okay. A potion this way. I've just remembered there is another little quest down there next to the butcher. There's Alric we've not spoken to yet. Can I jump across? Very good. So, scroll. Another potion. And I think there is another satchel on the top of the tavern. How do I get to the tavern? Do I have to jump across here and then from here? I think so. I can never remember how to do this properly. There we go. Right. Yeah, I normally fall quite a lot trying to do this because I always do it wrong. But this time is actually the first time ever I've done it correctly. Right, save the game. And jump down into the tavern, speak with Mo. Although I don't think Mo actually said anything interesting. Let's just fast forward his dialogue. That's what he sounds like. Yeah, so quick save. Cardiff. Agreed. Info.
You won't find anyone down here at the harbor. The only powerful man here is Lamar. The moneylender is not very popular, but he has gold, and other influential citizens owe him money. The merchants and craftsmen also have a lot of influence. Too much, if you ask me.
Who's in debt to Lamar?
If you want to know that, you should take a look in his ledger. Only it might be pretty difficult to do that without him noticing. As far as I know, he always carries it with him.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for him to go to sleep.
That's really not my problem. Where can I find...
But if you wield a decent blade...
Okay, so we've done that one.
What do you... All I know is that some people have vanished during the last
This is where the game
few days.
broke, I think.
It's especially bad down here at the harbor, they say. Maybe you should ask around here a bit. There were some cases in the lower part of the city, too. If you want to know more, you should talk to Corrigan. He has his tavern in the lower part of town, and he's likely to hear a thing or two. Halvor, the fish merchant down by the quay, might know something too. Many people frequent him.
I think I have now asked everyone about the missing people, so if I go back to Vatras...
I agree with you completely. Is there any special work to be had around here, where I could make some quick money?
Something special, you say? Go talk to Nagur then. Maybe he can help you.
Hell yeah.
Got anything special for me to do?
I've got something for you, but that should only interest you if you're a man of versatile talents.
What have you got?
Well, Zorus, the potion vendor in the marketplace, currently has a guest, Darren the fire magician.
And?
He had a new chest made specially for him by Thorben the carpenter. They say that this Darren has bought a bunch of valuable stuff with him. But you didn't hear that from me, understand?
I could never actually open that chest. I've always found that too difficult, and I don't know how to do it. There's always someone awake in that house, and unless you have a bunch of scrolls, the sleep spells, you're not gonna get very far. Maybe this is for like way later on into the game once you're a mage and you actually have the rune of sleep. You can just cast that on both Darren and Zorus and then go for the chest. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. But you'd have to be so quick because they don't actually sleep for that long under the influence of that spell, so... Huh.
Give me something to drink.
Nothing interesting. Eventually, we will need to get some wine, because wine is a base for a lot of potions in this game. So maybe later on into the game we'll have to go through all the, like, tavern keepers and buy all the wines.
Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well, well. So you're looking for a special job. Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get 1/3 of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
We're business partners, so it's 50-50.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a shot. Of course, we'll split our profits fairly.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger. Until I cut his throat. And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll sell it on to an interested customer. He'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
Yeah.
Well then, I'm all set.
Good. Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Okay, so let's go back to the market square and talk to Bartram. There isn't much of a point talking to Lerma just yet, the moneylender. We'll leave it there for now. Yeah, let's go to Beltram straight away. Do we have any other quests that are lingering? The false messenger, stun tablets, bow. Oh yeah, we've not delivered the info for Gavel yet, but to be fair, we haven't got all the info yet. I think we need to just go and speak to Lord Andre and Lord Hagen later on to get all the info, but for now, we'll just leave it there. At the moment, yeah. Actually, let's go and speak with Vatras, because I think I have now questioned everyone in the harbour about missing people, as well as Karagon and all the masters,
hey,
so
you.
that should be all there is about the missing people, unless I have to go to Laris and tell him instead. Okay, for now, well, we have to go back to the harbour later on to deliver whatever we pick up from the farm for Nagur. So yeah, we'll do it then.
You looking for a job?
Sure. What's it about?
My errand boy hasn't come back, and I'm waiting for a delivery from the farmer Akil.
And how much is it worth to you?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Fine, I'm in.
Okay. Just tell Akil that I sent you. He'll give you a package. Bring it to me.
Where can I find Akil's farm?
Just go out here through the east gate and follow the path to the southeast. After a short while, you'll come to a stone
He sounds
stairway.
drunk as fuck.
Go up that, and from there, you'll already be able to see Akil's farm.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Really?
Okay, quick save and hang on.
Everybody knows by now.
A statue of Innos. I'm pretty sure. Let's speak of Darren about something he's missing. Actually, we haven't got the dialogue yet, I don't think. Yeah, so that we can pick up a quest from him to find an item in a place we have been to already, but we haven't found the item there yet. So maybe it's one of those things where it doesn't spawn until you speak to him about it, like the wolves around Ona's farm. We can do that later. So, yeah, so let's go to the farm. And I think there is, other than the farm itself, there's also going to be a cave full of bandits nearby. And that's where we need to go to complete the quest for Hakon, who is the weapons trader in the marketplace. Heavy branch. No, thank you. Quick save before we do anything stupid or the game crashes for whatever reason. Yeah, even with mods, this game crashes a lot. So, the farmer is being bothered by the mercenaries. Before we get involved, let's just do another quick save.
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Hey, you! Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. You, I can't talk to you now.
What about you?
Those cutthroats are threatening my husband. We are citizens of the town, loyal to the king, and the mercenaries are planning to rob us. Now don't you just stand there, do something. Help us.
These must be Silvio's men. That's what you've learned from the mercenaries, is that Silvio wants to go after the farmers and just rob them blind.
Everything all right?
As soon as anyone says anything wrong around here, the dance starts. So watch your step or there'll be a slaughter.
Will you join the fight?
I'm not just gonna stand here when the ruckus starts, but I'm not gonna push it either.
He really should have known.
So, I'm guessing it's up to me.
You're still here. I'll give you a choice, stranger. Piss off or die.
You guys get out of here now. Got it?
Looky here. We got a hero on our hands. A truly stupid hero. Do you know what I think?
Who cares what you think?
I think that the only good hero is a dead hero. So do me a favor. Hurry up and die.
I love how we just completely missed the whole thing about his friend dying because he was just stuck in dialogue.
Innos. I thought my time had run out. My name is Akil. I've farmed this humble piece of land.
Who were those
You didn't even have any gold
Those
on
were
you.
mercenaries from Onar's farm.
I think I'd better take this weapon.
Bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innos it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
What about a few gold pieces?
I'm afraid to disappoint you. We're poor farmers. It's just enough to live on. All I can offer you is a meal. Go to Katie and let her take care of you.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that, and yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did...
Okay, so we know that anyways.
Baltram sent me. I'm supposed to pick up a shipment for him here.
So, you're his new messenger. Okay, I've already made up the package.
Good.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
Okay, let's go to the caves.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
But before we go to the caves, let me just loot the bodies. Rough two-hander, very good. And I think the farmers have looted his weapon and his gold. Anyways. Yeah, have a chat with Katie, get some food.
Hey, you!
Hey, you!
Akil says you've got a meal for me.
We've hit some hard times ever since the barrier fell and the land is no longer safe. Here's a loaf of bread, a little meat, and some water. That's all I can spare, I'm afraid.
Cool, that'll do.
Hey,
Actually,
you! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you defend yourself against Onar's tyranny?
For us farmers near the city, it makes more sense to stay on the good side of the city militia than to rely on Onar's mercenaries. On the other hand, there's Bengar and Sekub who would rather give up their farms than work for the king.
Okay.
Haven't you ever considered moving away from here?
It's not easy to get away from this part of the country. All the land is walled in by a high, insurmountable chain of mountains. The only two ways out of here are the pass to the Valley of Mines and the harbor. Since we cannot afford passage on a ship, and the Valley of Mines is a place of no return, we're going to have to stay here.
Yeah, you're really stuck, aren't you? Okay. Let's go to the caves and try out one of the transformation spells we got. Base Gothic 2 streaming. Oh hell yeah! With barely any mods other than just to get it to run with OBS. How are you doing, dude? Good to meet you. Quick save. Right. So here's the plan. We find the bandits. We transform into a shadow beast and fuck them up. But not before we fuck up some scavengers as well. It wouldn't quite be a Gothic stream without killing some scavengers at random intervals through the stream. Okay, I can hear some more scavengers. There's one, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm looking for the cave, and obviously the cave will be in the wall, and there's the wall with the cave inside. Okay, Wolf. Romanian Dan says hi to Polish Dan. Siemano kolano. Siemano kolano. Molu molu dzikie węże. Right, here's the plan. Shadow Beast, Fire Lizard, or Dragon Snapper? Or do we just release a demon? Do you know what? Let's go with, ooh. Let's go with Dragon Snapper. Hell yeah. Alright, come on then, bitches.
Gummy beast.
This thing is so stupidly overpowered against these bandits. Right. What's that? Oh, that's just the spell effect. Go to the Dragon Snapper. Oh, of course, yeah. That's the what do you call it? Tradition, right? So this one I'm not sure about. Is the Dragon Snapper more powerful than the wargs or not? I guess we'll see. I could just avoid them, right? There is an orc as well. Right, I'm gonna avoid these elite walk warriors. What I want to do is I want to get to Jack's lighthouse and see if this is gonna be enough to kill the bandits there. Yeah, kill everything on the map. I know, right? Like, this thing is so stupidly fucking powerful. It's so... It's silly. You can probably kill the orc with a dragon snapper. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't... let's kill this guy. Let's kill the warrior. They don't react to me. This is so stupid. I love it. I forgot how many orcs there are around this area. I always remember about the wargs, but never the orcs themselves. Right, so I think this is going to be probably enough for the Dragon Snapper now. What about some... Actually... Oh, for fuck's sake.
There you
no.
Well, there.
Fuck.
You.
When a misclick can literally cost you hours of your life. Right. Quick save. We have to redo that whole bit, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Nothing to plunder.
Yeah, come. Let's go.
There's another of those gummy beasts.
Just the one that kills. Hell yeah. Was that another one, or was that just the graphics glitching for whatever reason somehow? Yeah. So I cannot save the game as a Dragon Snapper, which is very sad. Right, let's just do what we did before. Right, I want to go to, I want to get to the lighthouse. I don't really care about the orcs and the wargs and all this crap around here. I just want to get to the lighthouse. This is the way. Yeah, it is, yeah. I come in peace. Actually, I just realized that they don't respond to me, so I can just go past them. The bandits, they will aggro, right? Surely they'll aggro when they see a monster. I have to say though, I mean the fucking snapper is a cool monster design.
There's another of those.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, this is better than I thought. By the way, like, I have played Gothic 2 many times before, but I've never done this, somehow. I've never used the transformation scrolls that much. So, this whole thing is a new experience for me. Is there another one up here? False memories. Okay, so... Yeah, the snapper is pretty much dead now, so you might as well just turn back into the nameless hero. How do I do that? How do I go back into... I actually don't know how to go back. I'm pressing every single key on the mouse, on the keyboard. Watch me fall off the fucking lighthouse as well. Does it just time out? Options. What's the key to turn back into a human? No clue. Oh fuck! Right, I'm gonna get down before I kill myself randomly. How the fuck do I turn back? No? Oh, enter. Yeah, of course. Of course it's enter. Why would it not be enter? Like... Yeah, this is such an easy way to just, like, clear out the more difficult enemies at the start of the game. It's crazy. And we have... quick save, obviously, before I fuck up. Rough two-hander. I think that's worth like 8 gold. So not a lot, but it's something. Right, what have we here? Sword, some lockpicks. And there was a scroll upstairs, so let's get that. I'm gonna have to make my way back to Akul's farm to loot the cave where the bandits were. I'm probably have to do that by going back like the Khorinis, and yeah, just retracing that those steps. Because if I go into the forest now, I'm surely gonna die. There's just too many enemies in there, like orcs and wargs and stuff. I don't want to use another scroll, like, you know, the Night Shadow Beast or whatever. On that, it's gonna be a waste. What time is it? It's 2 PM. Fuck it. Let's go to bed. Until next morning. Ah, yes, I love the smell of death in the morning. This is when a potion of speed would be absolutely incredible. Oh well. Well, we're going back. What the fuck was... what? Huh, okay. So this is going to be, what, the next 3 minutes of just me running where I've just come from? Wait, are the rats back? Oh no, it's the meat bugs. Okay. I always confuse the sound of meat bugs with rats in this game. Micah is still sadly very, very dead. I am being quiet, but at the same time I'm just enjoying the music. Like, I don't know what it is about this bit of the map, because you walk through it so many times when you play this game. And you hear this music pretty much every time you do the trip. It's one of those moments that I just like so... Gothic 2. It is so definitely Gothic 2. So I think that's a very nostalgic moment, just like doing that trip. Even though it is annoying because there's a lot of backtracking that happens on that road, it's still very iconic in that sense, I think. The overall design of it, the atmosphere, the music, the sounds. It's one of those things, those places on the map where if you've played this game, you will definitely remember very well. Probably could do it with closed eyes. Oh, very good. So the bodies have disappeared. That's nice. So we cannot loot them. But what we came here for is still here, which is the chest. And in the chest, we have a weird-looking fish. There's something wrong with this fish. Looks like it's been sewn up. And we have some normal fish and some gold. Right, so let's open the weird fish. There's a note hidden inside the fish. Stinking note. This note was hidden inside a fish. Keep your heads low, guys. The militia's getting suspicious. Don't do anything until you hear from me again. Halver. And Halver was the fish merchant in the harbor. Okay, so yeah, so we found who is involved in trading with the bandits. We have the package for Nagur in the harbor as well. So I think we are pretty much set on the path to becoming a thief. I think these are all the bits that we need to complete to be invited to the Thieves Guild. Let me just go back onto the main path. Actually, let me just get a good views. I want to do a little clip at the end of this. I want to do a little clip where I just talk about Chapter 1 in Gothic 2 and just what makes it so great. Let me just find a place that has a nice view so I can use that as a backdrop. Yeah, none of it quite works. Typical. Okay. Maybe you'll do it inside the city. That'll be nice. It's 11:15. Okay, okay. Not doing too badly. Yeah, we'll be finishing up soon. Oh yeah, also we've cleared out the lighthouse obviously for Jack, so that's another quest we can tick off.
I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. He simply talks too much. Don't tell this to anyone.
Okay, we'll stand on the we'll stand at the garrison and overlook the marketplace because I think that's a very iconic place from Gothic 2. Okay, let me take a sip. I'm nearing the end of Chapter 1 in Gothic 2. After playing the remake of Gothic 1, I just thought, you know what, I have to go back into the original Gothic 2 just to continue the story because it just reminded the remake reminded me how much I love the Gothic series and the story, the characters, and the entire atmosphere around it. And Gothic 2 is a game that I have replayed many times over in my life. Pretty much annually or every second year I replay Gothic 2 because it is my favorite RPG ever made, I think. No, I don't think, I know it is, because for many years after I played it originally, Gothic 2 has been the benchmark of what makes a good open world RPG game. Let me just move around because this guy just started talking, which is very convenient for us, obviously. So yeah, going back into Gothic 2, it's a very nostalgic experience for me because I have played this game so many times. I know a lot of places and sounds of Gothic pretty much instinctively. It's just engraved into my brain. But anyway, so the story takes place pretty much straight after, maybe a couple of weeks after the events of Gothic 1, where you fight the Sleeper and the barrier collapses, collapses and you are buried under rubble of the Temple of the Sleeper. Zardes fishes you out, teleports you from the rubble and into his tower, which is now near the city of Khorinis. And I always find that very funny because it's like you wake up from a coma, and as soon as you're on your feet, you are running around and you are free to go and go face the dragons, the missing people, and whatever there is in Khorinis at this point. I've always found that so funny how you just wake up and you go, yeah, I don't know how to fight or do anything, but I'm gonna just go and get on with it, no matter what. There's no rehabilitation. There is no there's no care involved. It's just you get up and you go. But and yeah, but I think Chapter 1 is really where the formula of Gothic really shines again. It's very similar to Gothic 1, but in many ways improved in so many areas. But anyways, you start in a tower and you make your way down to Khorinis, to the city of Khorinis, which we see on the screen now. And I think that little path between the tower and Khorinis is a very good little tutorial area for this game, because you meet some NPCs from the first game. You discuss with them that some of the events that happened since the events of the first game. You maybe learn how to sneak. You maybe learn how to use one-handed weapons a little bit better. You might even get to a point where you are a fighter in one-handed, so you can actually, you know, use the weapons a little bit more properly. So it's really cool. You have some bandits to kill, so you learn how to kill wolves. You learn how to fight NPCs with weapons. You realize that you can block NPC attacks, but you cannot block monster attacks. For monsters, you have to dodge away, which is really cool. You have some frames that basically protect you from damage, so you learn the different combat styles and whatnot. You might learn how to use a bow, and you realize that ranged combat in Gothic 2 is the easy mode, essentially, because you just hold down Control and W and you just wipe out enemies before they even get to you. Like, ranged combat in Gothic 2 is so overpowered. That, in my eyes, is the easy mode compared to like Mage, which is the hard mode. But anyways, so you get to the tower gate, to the gates to Khorinis, and you realize that there is several ways you can approach how you enter the city. So you can either bribe, the city guards will want you to do one of the things. Either bring them 10 herbs for the alchemist. They'll let you in if you're wearing the right clothes. You look like a farmer, so you look like a citizen. Well, not a citizen, but someone who's not essentially a bandit. You can use a pass that you get from another NPC, or there is another way we can go around the entire city and fall into the water and then swim into the harbor district of the city. And yeah, there's a lot of ways. In some ways, when I played Divinity Original Sin 2, Fort Joy and how you approach that location in the game reminded me of Gothic 2. It's got the same variety of approaches you can take to complete that objective of, you know, getting to the next place in the game. And I think that's so cool, because this game came out in like 2001, and you had so much freedom in that game already at that point. Like, this early bit of the game is so well designed. And then obviously, as you get to the city, you learn that to get to the next place that you need to get to, which is the higher part of the city where Lord Hagen lives and stuff. You have to become a citizen, and to do that, you need to become you need to find a job with one of the masters in the trading district. So you have the hunter, you have the alchemist, you have the smith, and a few others I have to impress just to get the votes, so they actually allow you to get a job in the city. But we'll forget about them for now. And what is cool about this game, and you have this in different factions as well, it's the same thing on Owner's Farm, where the mercenaries live. That's another faction in the game. So for them, you also have to complete different tasks and objectives and quests to get enough votes from the mercenaries, so they actually allow you to join the faction. And what's so cool about this game is that it allows you to fail some of them, so you don't have to impress every single one of them. Some of these quests you will just fail because you might have used an item by accident that is needed for this quest, or maybe you've not found something, or maybe you're just too weak to maybe kill or beat up some of the enemies or NPCs that are required to be conquered to complete the quest. So the game allows you some fail states where you don't have to complete certain things, but it will still recognize that you've done enough to allow you to actually progress in the story. And I think that freedom is so cool to experience, because that provides more replayability, because essentially every playthrough could be different. In one playthrough you could be absolutely min-maxing your strength and weapon skills, so you can just beat up everyone that you meet, but maybe you want to be a mage, so you don't really put your points into strength or weapons, so at this point you can't beat them. You know, there's different scenarios I can take, and the way how I play the game really has an effect on how the story progresses for you, so I think that's really cool. And just talking about the atmosphere, like a lot of the chats mention how the atmosphere is so unique to Gothic, and I agree with it completely, because I think the art style of the game, even though the graphics have aged, but the art style I think is so unique. The sort of the saturated colours, the very sort of grimy vibe, the writing, which a lot of the time, you know, it doesn't hold any punches, allows the NPCs to be a bit of a dick to you, but you also can be a bit of a dick to the NPCs, which is great. You know, some of the lines like, "Me thinks you deserve a punch to the face," are just brilliant writing for a role-playing game, because, you know, if you want, in a role-playing game, you want to express those kind of like funny, aggressive lines sometimes that you wouldn't say in real life, because, you know, it's not socially acceptable, but in a video game you should be able to express that. So I think it's great that this game has that. The music, I mean, I've spoken about Kai Rosenkrantz and his music many times over. I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone that, and once again we'll mention how important his work is in the series. It is just outstanding. I could just listen to a note from the soundtrack and know exactly what track it is and where this track plays in the game. It is amazing. And then you obviously have the loop of completing quest, gaining experience points, then leveling up, with that gaining learning points, which you can spend on improving your skills like one-handed weapons or bow or whatever you want to do, lockpicking, pickpocketing, sneaking. And then with those skills you can go out into the wilderness, kill more monsters, complete more quests, get more XP, more levels and more learning points, and you have this loop of pushing the boundaries of what you can do on the map and being rewarded for it by the progression system in the game. And it's very unique in Gothic, because Gothic in itself is not a difficult game in the same sense as something like Dark Souls might be. Gothic is only difficult in the first, say, 10 hours of the game, before you learn how to use your weapons properly and before you get a stronger weapon. Because at the very start of the game, you simply cannot wield a good weapon because your strength or dexterity is too low, and you just haven't got access to this weaponry yet. So once you level up a little bit more, once you have some gold to buy a good weapon or find a good weapon, and you've leveled up your skills, you can push the boundaries a bit more. And this is where the difficult bit is in Gothic. It's the very entry point to the game where I think the difficulty lies. But once you get that weaponry and those skills, like, the difficulty level in the game is always like this. There will be some bits in the game where you will face stronger enemies, but essentially it's always a bit like this. And you start over here, but then as you level up, the first 10 hours you essentially do this. And then after 10, 15 hours, most of the combat sections will be easier. It's not a difficult game. It will be fairly easy at that point to play. And I think that's a very unique thing for Gothic. And playing as mage, I think mage, because there are so many systems involved in being a mage, so you have to basically level up your mana instead of strength and dexterity. So strength and dexterity are responsible for bows and melee weapons, so you want to level them up to be able to overcome challenges early into the game. With a mage, you want to keep your points so that once you can learn how to use spells, you can put those points into mana and also Circle of Magic, and then you can learn how to create runes, so you can create some more spells, and so on and so on. So there's so many systems involved in being a mage. And I think this is what makes the game, this is what makes that build more difficult. It basically expands on this initial difficulty curve of Gothic into like chapter 2, 3, and possibly 4, if you don't know what you're doing. So I think it's a very interesting build. But yeah, so these are my thoughts on Gothic 2 around Chapter 1. Obviously, I've played this game many times over before, so I have more thoughts on the rest of the game, but I'm probably going to keep them for later. Maybe once we complete the game, we'll play a bit more. I'm going to do more like a review of Gothic 2. But for now, yeah, these are my thoughts on Gothic 2. And I've just realized that I have not recorded any of this. Fuck's sake. Oh man, oh dear girl, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry for this. Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just doing a bit, which I've not even recorded. So yeah, fuck me, I guess. I'm gonna have to screen capture it at some point and just yeah, do that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this one here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally dripping. It's so warm at this point in my room. I cannot do this for much longer. Let me just have a quick sip. Yeah. So, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for the likes and subs. If I got any, I cannot see them, sadly, on my screen. But here's what it is. We'll be back. Well, if I manage to somehow clip what I just did then, there will be that uploaded tomorrow as a video. But we'll be back playing more Gothic on Monday. And then Thursday next week, we might do... No, we won't do another stream this weekend because I'm busy. But yeah, if you like this stream, we'll see you again on Monday. Thank you so much for watching once again. Have a good night. Bye.